Who presents Katrina in marriage to Justin?
My wife.
Tom, I have never met any two parents who are willing to give away their child. So I simply ask you, do I have your blessing to perform this ceremony? Thank you. Katrina and Justin, welcome home. For home is where the heart is, and your hearts are here now. And this is the home of the start of your new life together. So welcome to this beautiful spot full of nature and life. This place made even more beautiful by your presence here, and now by the rich meaning it will hold for you. Above you is the endless sky. Around you is the earth. Like the sky, should your love be endless and constant, both in lightness and in dark. Like the earth, should your love be firm and supportive, worthy of new growth at every twist and every turn. Good afternoon and welcome. May our hearts be glad and our spirits light. How beautiful is the day that is touched by love. Katrina and Justin have asked you here today not only to celebrate their marriage once I sign that legal document and say those magical words, but also to assist in their ceremony not only by your presence here, but also by your presence in their lives. Would you please turn and face your family and friends? Katrina and Justin want you to know that you are also at home here, and you are at home in their hearts. They want you to hear and to share in the words spoken. They want you to be fully present with them in this amazing new moment in their lives. They want you to silence your cell phones. Katrina and Justin now stand before those they love and care for as those who love and care for them also. Those who have shared with them not only the capacity to love, but the willingness and the eagerness to understand love and the desire to share that love in turn with others. Because of that, they now stand together in witness of you to take the limitless wealth that you all have given them in time, in energy, and in spirit, and share it, not just with each other, but with you as well. Katrina and Justin are grateful for the memory and the loving spirit of all those who have passed, and they are warmed by the hope for those yet to be. Without each of you who are here today, no one is here today. And for that, Katrina and Justin, both knowing that language often fails emotion, simply say, thank you. Please be seated. Today is a gift. Every day is a gift. But today is special. Today is a new day for all of us as we each embrace the life of one another. Those who are married or in any form of relationship might like to hold hands and silently renew your own vows and promises during the ceremony. Others might also like to join hands or smile at the person next to you and think about what it means to be a friend, for marriage is first built on friendship. Today, two lives become one. Promises become permanent. Friends become family, and families become united as one together. Today's Today's not about the words spoken. It's not about the rings exchanged. It's not about grand pronouncements or recessional marches. Today signifies the creation of a new home in life as you each embrace the life of the other. You are young enough to have dreams. You are mature enough to know realities. You have love, life, and hope. You have known each other from that first glance of acquaintance to this now point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that first moment of yes to that soon-to-be moment of I do. You have been making promises and commitments to each other in an informal way. All those conversations that were held in a car, over dinner, or during long walks. All those conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will. All those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe. All those promises about unspoken matters of the heart. All these things and more are the real process of a wedding. During our time together here, words will be shared and said that will take you across a new threshold of life. And things between you will never be quite the same. After today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband. This is my wife. Allison?
The poem that I will be reading today is entitled Captain Corelli's Mandolin. Love is a temporary madness. It erupts like an earthquake and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots have become so entwined together that it is inconceivable that you should ever part. Because this is what love is. Love is not breathlessness. It is not excitement. It is not the promulgation of promises of eternal passion. That is just being in love, which any of us can convince ourselves we are. Love itself is what is left over when being in love has burned away. And this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Your mother and I have it. We had roots that grew towards each other underground, and when all the pretty blossoms have fallen from our branches, we found that we were one tree and not two.
Thank you. Love. Love is a wonderful thing, isn't it? All you need is love. Love is a many splendored thing. Love lifts us up where we belong. Love is like oxygen. You get too much, you get too high, not enough. And no doubt, many of you can quote me several other lyrics from popular love songs. You think that people would have had enough of silly love songs. And we talk a lot about love during a wedding ceremony, but what kind of love do we talk about? Or rather, in fact, the more simple question would be, what is love? What is love? Poets, priests, and philosophers, and no small number of cabbies, beauticians, and bartenders have debated this question over the years. We speak of spiritual love, passionate love, love eternal. The answer to the question, what is love, remains elusive, in part because love is not just one thing. Love for parents, partners, children, country, neighbor, God, and so on, all have different and unique qualities. Each has its variants. Love can be blind, one-sided, tragic, fickle, steadfast, unrequited, reciprocated, misguided, unconditional. At its best, however, all love is a kind of passionate commitment that we nurture and develop, even though it usually arrives in our lives unbidden. That's why it's more than just a powerful feeling. Without the commitment, it is mere infatuation. Without the passion, it is mere dedication. Without nurturing, even the best can wither and fade. Love often seems remote until we encounter it enfleshed, so to say, in the life of another, in acts of kindness, generosity, and self-sacrifice. The paradox of love is that it is supremely free, yet it attaches us with bonds that are stronger than life and even death itself. It can neither be bought nor sold, bartered nor bargained, begged nor stolen. There is nothing it cannot face, nothing it cannot conquer, and it knows no fear or limitation. Its power is unceasing and unsurpassable. Love is life's greatest gift. And I have a gift for you. This is a simple, empty, wooden box. Most people become married believing a myth that marriage is a beautiful box full of all the things that we long for in a relationship. Things like love, romance, companionship, intimacy, friendship, laughter, security, joys doubled, sorrows and burdens sheared in half. The truth is that marriage, at the start, is an empty box. Now, sure, the box is loaded with freebies and samples that you can't see, but soon the box will be empty unless you start putting things into it. Things like love, listening, understanding, compassion, forgiveness, time, healing. You must put something in before you can take anything out. There is no love in marriage. Love exists within people, and people put love into marriage. Be devoted to one another. Rejoice in hope. Give with simplicity and show mercy with cheerfulness. Do not allow love to be overcome by adversity, but rather allow adversity to be overcome by love. Katrina and Justin chose a wonderful little story to share. The old man placed an order for one hamburger, French fries, and a drink. He unwrapped the plain burger and carefully cut it in half, placing one half in front of his wife. He then carefully counted out the French fries, dividing them into two piles, and neatly placed one in front of his wife. He took a sip of the drink. His wife took a sip and then set the cup down between them. As he began to eat his few bites of hamburger, the people around him were looking over and whispering. Obviously, they were thinking, that poor old couple, all they can afford is one meal for the two of them. As the man began to eat his fries, a young man came to the table and politely offered to buy another meal for the old couple. The old man said they were just fine. They were just used to sharing everything. People closer to the table noticed the little old lady hadn't eaten a bite. She sat there watching her husband eat and occasionally taking turns sipping the drink. Again, the young man came over and begged them to let him please buy another meal for them. This time the old woman said, "No, thank you. We are used to sharing everything." Finally, as the old man finished and was wiping his face neatly with a napkin, the young man again came over to the little old lady who had not yet eaten a single bite of food and asked, "What is it you are waiting for?" And she said, "The teeth." Now, you know how you see those cute little old couples? We've been married for 65 years, they like to tell everyone. You know why they're so happy? Because they're retired. Well, they're happy because they're retired, but they're really happy because they've been through it all. They have suffered the same stress, pressures, arguments, and angry moments that you too, as a couple, will go through together. As a couple, they got through these things. They worked hard at their relationship and often said, "I love you. What are we going to do to get through this?" If they tell you that their life together has been one of marital bliss, and that each and every day has been like the first, it's because they believe that. They never allowed the bad to overshadow the good. Be proud of each other. Build each other up and always praise the gifts of your partner in life. Strive to treat your spouse and others with reverence and respect, just as we desire for ourselves. And if each of us here is willing to compromise and meet the needs of one another with reverence and respect, then all of our friendships, our relationships, our families, our communities, our countries will be ones of peace, unity, trust, understanding, and love. Me and mine must give way to us and ours. And we must also move from the concept of, if you will take care of me, I will take care of you, and grow toward, I will take care of me for you. Please take care of you for me. Such simple, pragmatic experiences are the best places for our feelings of love to take root. In such fertile ground, love blossoms over time, becoming deeper, more rooted, more beautiful, more profound. Love so deep, love so profound is what makes marriage a unique milestone in any relationship. Now, Katrina and Justin may seem as close as any two people can possibly be, yet they felt the need for something more, a rite of passage. We often define marriage as a sacrament, something that itself is defined as a rite ordained as an outward and visible sign of an inward and spiritual grace. An outward and visible sign of an inward and spiritual grace. And that is why we are here today, to witness and to celebrate this outward, this manifestation of that inward and spiritual grace that Katrina and Justin celebrate daily in their life together, in their love together. And this love that Katrina and Justin share, that is the ever elusive answer to the simple question, what is love? Katrina and Justin, that's love. Katrina and Justin As you have freely come here today to be joined in holy matrimony, will you release all things from the past that have any negative attachment, welcoming new changes, lessons, and adventures, while embracing new opportunities to grow emotionally and spiritually, bringing only those memories, hopes, and desires which belong to one another into your future life together?
We do.
We do.
May I have the rings, please?
Kyle.
Is it on? Good. We like typical you. Father, bless these rings to be a symbol of eternity and commitment, a reminder that love is never ending and can be renewed at any place and at any time. May these rings grace the loving hands of Katrina and Justin with a joyful and nurturing presence, symbolic of the eternal love and faithfulness they pledge to one another, and may they each, in their own way, grow in your love. As you look at these rings over the years, I hope that you remember that you have created something invaluable. And just as I know that you'll protect the intrinsic value of these rings, I'm confident that you will protect the value of the vows that you're about to make to one another today. Katrina and Justin, may you wear these rings with deep faith in each other, and may you always live together in peace, love, and abiding joy. And let each of us here, in his or her own way, be it a thought, prayer, joyful attention, or universal energy, whatever it is that you and I wish for this couple, let us now send our own blessings upon these rings. These rings now blessed are a symbol full of love and faithfulness. They represent the promise of marriage and the promise of eternal love. These rings now contain within their precious metal that which is more precious, that which is more priceless, our love and pledge of support for your life together. We've come to the time where you're going to say your vows to one another. No other ties are more tender. No other vows more sacred than those that you're about to assume. The vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things that we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant them all. Every word. Look into each other's eyes and always remember this moment in time. Let's do this.
Katrina, the love of my life, from the minute I met you, you changed my life forever. I knew on our first date that you were my true soulmate, and I wanted to be your husband. I promise to always be your rock. You can lean on at all times. I will forever encourage you to pursue your passions. I will treat our marriage as a sacred bond between us and cherish it for our lives. Whenever you're sick, I'll be right by your side. If we are ever poor, I'll be right by your side. Through everything, I'll always be right by your side. I cannot wait to share our lives together and become the best versions of ourselves together. I promise that I will walk with you, hand in hand, wherever our journey leads us, living, learning, loving together forever. These vows are sacred, and I will always cherish them and live by them. Love your husband.
Is that in order?
Yeah. All right. Is this
thing on? Yeah. Just, from the moment I met you, you have done nothing shy of exceeding all my expectations. I've always had goals, aspirations, things I wanted to do. When I met you, I learned what it is to dream. You swept me off my feet so quick, my mind often had difficulty keeping up with my heart. So swiftly, I'm sure many people here today have difficulty understanding all of it. One thing is certain for me. If I had to do everything all over again to be exactly where I am in this moment, I wouldn't think twice. You not only made me fall in love with you, but whether you realize it or not, you made me fall in love with myself and the woman I have become through my love with you. From the beginning, you have been nothing short of an amazing partner. At every turn, you put my needs and happiness before your own. Waking up every single morning at 7 a.m. to pack my lunch. Taking care of me when I'm sick. Running around late at night to get me pizza because I just have to have it. Just to name a few. I'm so proud of you. Proud of the person you are today and the person you will become through our life and love together. I am ever so grateful for the flawless way you love me day in and day out. You find me to be beautiful always and without condition. You are the epitome of what it means to be someone's one true love. You have been and always will be my dream. These are my vows to you. I vow to always make you try crazy foods, like chicken hearts, pickled watermelon, rind conch, and oysters. No matter how relentlessly you try to make up excuses to get out of it. I promise I'm always going to preach to you about putting the toilet seat down because cold water splashing on your butt is awful, and the sink really doesn't need to be covered in toothpaste. I vow to always laugh at the way you say certain words, find it hilarious how you obsess over the house being clean and tidy, and to always let you make fun of my awful dance moves. I promise to create a life for us of unexpected and strange adventures. I vow to always be thoughtful and understanding towards you. I vow to always be ever deserving of your love. I promise to always listen to what you have to say, even when we don't see eye to eye, and to remember love is saying, I feel differently, instead of you're wrong. I vow to love your family as my own, as you have loved mine so flawlessly and effortlessly, especially my sisters, who you know mean the absolute world to me. I look forward to spending the rest of my days with you, encouraging you, caring for you, being there for you in all life has to offer us. I vow to be true and faithful as long as we both shall live. I vow that my love for you extends from this world into the next, for loving you just one lifetime is simply not enough. You are my best friend and my soulmate. There is still a part of me today that can't believe that I get to marry you. Thank you for choosing a life and a love with me.
Justin, do you embrace and accept Katrina to be your lawfully wedded wife, your partner in life, and your one true love to trust and honor in your life together?
I do.
Do you promise to love her through the best and the worst, through the difficult and the easy, to laugh with her and to cry with her, and to love her today, tomorrow, and forever?
I do.
Do you promise to always be there for her, by her side, whatever may come, and do you give her your heart to hold and your life to keep?
I do.
Katrina, do you embrace and accept Justin to be your lawfully wedded husband, your partner in life, and your one true love to trust and honor in your life together?
I do.
Do you promise to love him through the best and the worst, through the difficult and the easy, to laugh with him and to cry with him, and to love him today, tomorrow, and forever?
I do.
Do you promise to always be there for him, by his side, whatever may come, and do you give him your heart to hold and your life to keep?
I do.
Justin, please place this ring on Katrina's hand. Look into her eyes and repeat after me. I, Justin,
I, Justin,
take you, Katrina,
take you, Katrina,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
my partner in life,
my partner in life,
and my one true love.
and my one true love.
I will cherish our friendship
I will cherish our friendship
and love you today,
and love you today,
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
and forever.
and forever.
I will trust you,
I will trust you,
and I will honor you.
and I will honor you.
I will laugh with you,
I will laugh with you,
and I will cry with
and I
you.
will cry with you.
I will love you faithfully,
I will love you faithfully,
through the best and the worst,
through the best and the worst,
through the difficult
through the difficult
and the easy.
and the easy.
Whatever may come,
Whatever may come,
I will always be there.
I will always be there,
As I give you
as I give you
my heart to hold,
my heart to hold.
so I give you
So I give you
my life to keep.
my life to keep.
Katrina, please place this ring on Justin's hand, look into his eyes, and repeat after me. I, Katrina,
I, Katrina,
take you, Justin,
take you, Justin,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
my partner in
my
life,
partner in life,
and my one true love.
and my one true love.
I will cherish our friendship
I will cherish our friendship
and love you today,
and love you today,
tomorrow,
tomorrow,
and forever.
and forever.
I will trust you,
I will trust you,
and I will honor you.
and I will honor you.
I will laugh with you,
I will laugh with you,
and I will cry with you.
and I will cry with you.
I will love you faithfully,
I will love you faithfully,
through the best and the worst,
through the best and the worst,
through the difficult
through the difficult
and the easy.
and the easy.
Whatever may come,
Whatever may come,
I will always be there.
I will always be there.
As I give you
As I give you
my heart to hold,
my heart to hold,
so I give you
so I give you
my life to keep.
my life to keep.
Hold tight to one another and watch as your love grows. May your marriage bring you all the exquisite excitements a marriage should bring. And may life also grant you patience, tolerance, and understanding. May you always need one another, not so much to fill your emptiness, but to know your fullness. May you want for one another, but not out of lack. May you succeed in all important ways with one another and not fail in the little graces. May you look for things to praise and often say, I love you, for no reason, and take no notice of small faults. May you enter into the mystery, which is the awareness of one another's presence, no more physical than spiritual, warm and near when you are side by side, and warm and near when you are in separate rooms or even distant cities. Now, I'm going to need some help here. I'm going to ask for your response. You're enthusiastic. Do you know what enthusiastic means? It means loud. It means loud. So your enthusiastic response with "we do" to the first question, and "we will" to the other questions. And it's up to Katrina and Justin if they need you to repeat it. Keep in mind that no one goes to cocktail hour until they're happy with the level of volume that you offer. Do you, who are gathered here together, affirm this union and support that Katrina and Justin will be married today? We do. You were first. First in line at the bar. Remember that. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Okay. Will you surround this couple in love, offering them the joys of your friendship? We will. At times of conflict, will you offer them the strength of your wisest counsel and the comfort of your most thoughtful concern? We will. At times of joy, will you celebrate with them, nourishing their love for one another? We will. And Are you ready for the tricky one? Will you model in your own lives all that we aspire for Katrina and Justin and promise to grow in love with one another? It's usually a little lower on that one, but that's perfectly fine. Does everyone have their bubbles ready? Please remember to blow your bubbles at the first kiss as a married couple. Your wedding day is one that seems to fly by. It's a day filled with vows. They didn't kiss yet. I see bubbles. It's a day filled with vows, parties, dances, bubbles, rings. Many of us remember how fleeting our own wedding day was. So I want you to take a moment and look into each other's eyes again. Think about what you're feeling in this place at this very moment. I want you to think about your life together in, say, 20 years. Where are you? What have you become together? What will you look back upon from just this very moment? Now, we all know that your vision of your future together might not always be identical, but that they will always combine to enhance the qualities of the other. John Lennon once said, "A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together, that's a reality." Katrina, Lee, Lana, Justin, Michael, Madonia, inasmuch as you have consented to be united in the bonds of holy matrimony, in the presence of all of us who are gathered here, in body, in mind, and in spirit. Therefore, by the power of the love you share together, and by the power vested in me by the Commonwealth State of Pennsylvania, it is my pleasure, and it really is an honor, to announce that you are now married as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Justin and Katrina Madonia. Please kiss your bride.